Hi, good evening everybody. Welcome to Targeting the Youth. The video on the channel, if you're new here and haven't seen one of these, is I talk about the Buffalo Sabres, 25 years old and younger on the current roster. And the reason, guys, I'm not doing this in a franchise reborn is I'm getting copyright claims on the music, and if I do it too often, I can get in trouble. So I have to change the music in that video, just so you know, next time you see it. So, Owen Power is signed. I'm not really surprised, to be honest, guys. I kind of expected it after the last signing. It seems like when Adams gets on a roll, he gets on a roll. And he managed to get Owen Power locked in. And let's look at the clip. And there you see it, folks. Power signed 7-year, $58.45 million contract, and $8.35 cap hit per season. Let's take a look at that contract. And you can clearly see it there. A $2 million signing bonus. So I'm guessing he's going to buy himself a nice house in Buffalo. And there it is. Nothing top loaded. 8.35 per season every year salary. And there it is. The no movement doesn't kick in for quite a while. But we're not too worried about that anyway. So yes, the contract is done. It's done. So, you know, we've got our core locked in, guys. We've got our core locked in. Let me just check something here, guys, on Cap Friendly. I'll go over it with you really quick, okay? Locked in long term. Tage, Dylan, Rasmus, Samuelson, and Power. I guess I should have just given you their last names. Guys, next year, the only contracts we got to worry about, I'm going to say Olofsson's going to be gone, I'm guessing. Okposo will be retired. I'm guessing Girgensons, we're going to let him go free agent. We have to open up that roster spot. We can't pretend it's okay because he loves being a Sabre that he gets to stay. We can't do that with all the young bucks that we got coming up. We can't. Tyson Jost might be his last year in Buffalo. And Middlestat. Middlestat will be the biggest contract, guys. That's all we got to worry about. And Peyton Krebs and Middlestat. Then you go to the Blue Liners. Eric Johnson will be unrestricted. We don't know if he'll be back another year. See how that works out. We got him here for his physical play like Clifton. Both led their team in hitting last year. So we got a blue line that can hit now with Dahlin, Samuelson, Clifton, and Johnson. We know Bryson doesn't hit. And Owen Power doesn't really hit. Yet. So, yeah, this is the blue line, Yoki Haru. If he stays, I'm guessing we're going to move on from him. Bryson, I'm sure we're going to move on from. It might be his last year this year. There's just too much happening. There's too much in the pipeline. And I just can't see, like, Bryson, Yoki Haru. Eric Johnson even might not be there. I don't know. You know, next year. And then goalie, we know Levi, and the other two, we have to figure it out. We just have to figure that out. One of them, of course, won't be. Jack Quinn will be back. Matthew Savoy, they got on season opening injured reserve. So they like what they seen of him, the little bit they seen of him. That's it. So next year, guys, just so you know, the cap. We are sitting on next year with 12 guys signed, and you've seen the guys that I named we have signed. Of the ones that we need to sign really are Middlestat and Krebs. I think that will cost some money. The rest of it will be entry-level deals, whatever it is, guys. We have $25 million of cap space, including the Owen Power signing. So we have $25 million in cap. You figure Middlestat and Krebs, you're looking at, I figure, honestly, $7 million tops between the two of them. That's tops. Maybe $6.5 million. You know, we're going to be sitting on about $18 million to get eight or nine guys locked in. We'll have to get 9 guys locked in. But let's face it, guys, there's going to be some entry levels. There's going to be some cheap contracts. We'll have the cap. We're going to have cap space next year, guys. It's crazy, eh? We got our whole core locked in, literally. locked in, except we know we got to wait for Levi, but be nice to extend him in the off season and get Levi locked in at a decent rate will be nice ahead of time. So I'm excited about this, guys. I am. These were the two big ones that we had to get done. We just talked about this recently in a video. I expected it. It was no shock. You know, Jim sent me a text saying we just locked in Owen Power. And he sent me the total. I was like, okay, this is okay. 8.35, this is okay. You know, I was expecting maybe 9.5. You know, these are our two #1 overall blue liners. And let's face it, Owen Power would be a franchise defenseman on any team in this league right now. We got two of them locked in. This is crazy. Okay, guys, one more clip I want to show you. Sabres to wear RJ patch to honor Jeanneret this season. Rightfully so. The RJ patch will be on the Sabres jerseys. Well, it says patch, so I'm guessing it's going to be on the jersey, right? I'm sure it'll just be a little black and white RJ patch, but we'll see. Hopefully they do something, maybe with a microphone. Sometimes these patches just are a little too boring. I would like to see just a little something for RJ, maybe a little microphone with his initials, and we wear it all year long, you know? So it's rightfully so. RJ's got to be remembered in all this. I'm sure RJ's thrilled right now with these contracts, guys. I am. So I'm sure a sigh of relief for many of you. All of a sudden, Adams got it done, folks. He got it done. He has our two first overall blue liners locked in. They're committed to the Sabres. They're committed to the Stanley Cup plan. And here we go from this point on. This is not, this is a serious team all of a sudden, guys. It's funny, right? There is a comical side to this. It wasn't too long ago, we're on an 18-game losing streak. It was 18 games. And here we are now locking in all these first overall picks and still have $25 million in cap to play with next year. My goodness, you know? And yes, that's counting the raise, the projected raise in the cap, just so you know, it's projected. So with a little luck next year, you figure we lock in those two guys. Let's put miscellaneous 4 million. Let's just say 10. We'll overprice Middlestat and Krebs. We'll count that as 10 million bucks, okay? Just room for whatever. And then you're gonna have at least 5-6 contracts that are gonna be like $1 million, $1.5 million. That's another 9. I mean, you know, we're gonna be sitting on, probably with a bit of luck next year, $5 million in cap. That, you know, if we can cap out the team at the price that we have to pay them this year, next year, wouldn't that be something? So the cap goes up and we just get free cap space that we haven't even used or not committed to. And that, my friends, is a way to manage the money on the team. Okay, Adams has done a terrific job, folks, with the money. You know, I know we talk about he gets these players locked in. He says he does the right things. The most important thing, and I stressed it years ago, and I think a lot of you were sick of hearing it, and I'm right, it was the money. You got to manage the money properly. Now, if Ottawa Senator fans want to start comparing Sanderson, I could care less about Sanderson. It's not even an issue for me. You know, like we have two defensemen way better than Sanderson on the team right now. So I don't worry about Sanderson. They had to lock him in. He's going to be their cornerstone defenseman over there. They locked him in. Did they pay up a little too much maybe up front? Probably, but it's like, folks, it's not the New York Rangers or Toronto, it's Ottawa. They you know, it's like us. We know, we feel the pain of a small market, how that can affect contract negotiations. It can. You know, they would have probably taken, well, they would have actually taken more in Toronto because Toronto pay everybody too much, you know, so they would have probably paid more in Toronto. I think right now, guys, we're looking pretty. You go look at, go have a little fun tonight, go to Cap Friendly and really look at the future contracts that we have to commit to. You're going to feel pretty good. You're going to feel pretty good because the only big one around the corner now is Devin Levi. And that's at the end of next year. We can sit down with them and, I don't know, throw $4.5 million at them, talk, depending on how the year goes. That matters. Can't just pay him because, you know, the kid is pizzazz and he's good in front of the camera. No, he's got to produce in nets. So I think he will. And we'll have to make a decision next year on the money. Do we have cap space open? Because sooner or later, we're going to be one of these teams that just we're capped out, you know? But we're not capped out with having to figure it out next year. Next year, we're going to have cap space with our core locked in long term. This is really awesome. I'm excited, guys. I'm leaving it there. Okay, that's it for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Game day is right around the corner, and I'm sure most of you folks are just pumped and ready to go. Tell me Adams didn't time this right. We had a kind of a crappy preseason, but then he goes and gets these 2 big contracts. He hasn't lost focus. You know, this man is just, he's an incredible general manager. We really struck gold with Kevin Adams, folks. And I love the fact he's underrated. I love it. I love that other teams in our division think they have better general manager than Kevin Adams when they don't. The truth is, none of them do. He's the best general manager maybe in the NHL right now as we speak. So let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens. I'll see you tomorrow. The boys are back in action then. See you then.